lead us to the battle.
Okay, yeah, I would take the lead toward the smell.
Alright, so I just started recording. Shadiko, you're in about an hour and a half late, so... because I didn't think to do this before. Sorry. Anyway, continue. Anyway, it's near the end of the day, so you only have a couple hours of daylight left.
Well, we walk as much as we can. Yes.
Nothing happens as you get closer. The smell gets slightly stronger. And then the sun starts setting. And let's see.
We must be downwind.
Or it was quite the fire.
Or we're walking in circles.
Or we're walking in circles.
All of those are really terrifying options.
I really hope we're not walking in circles. This would just have been an embarrassing day for me all around.
At least we would share your
Embarrassing
embarrassment
week.
this time.
Silence.
Are
we not, like, hearing anything? Like, not the sound of burning corpses?
Message.
Okay, I would hold up my hand and, like, kind of hunker down. And what would you guys do?
I would stop, saying, "What's going on?"
I mean, are you like trying to hide or like?
Yeah, I would point out something. Would they be able to see it if I pointed it out?
They'd have to move up with you, because like you're coming out into a clearing kind of, and it's on the other side of this clearing, I guess. And it's like limping across, or they'd have to come up and you'd have to point it out to them.
Okay, so I would like motion them to like quietly come up.
Yeah, I approach and look over Raynham's shoulder, but I remain like at the edge of the clearing.
Same, except I can't look over his shoulder.
Look under his arm.
I'm in fucking plate mail with like no decks. I'm gonna just kind of like
clank,
not
clank, clank.
pull attention to myself.
What's going on?
Hey guys!
So like 150 or 200 feet out, like I can see what looks like one of those things that we faced in the dreams, and looks like there's more coming.
The
Which
ice
of all the
things?
things we faced?
Yeah, the ice
Oh
things.
shit!
So as you guys come up, Ranulph, you originally just saw the one ice devil, and it's like leaking blood. That is, as it hits the ground, you can see little puffs of smoke coming up, I guess, maybe. And then as you guys come up, you see probably 3 or 4 more come out, and then Ranulph, Sia, the devils that you fought in the mountain, the green ones with the armor plating, they come out. And they're all severely injured. They're all dragging like broken limbs or shattered jaws or something like that.
Well, at least it seems like they've lost.
How many are there?
There's a steady stream. Since you guys have been there, it's gone from 1 to probably 10, and the longer you guys sit there, it just keeps multiplying, and it looks like they're retreating from somewhere.
Are they like headed toward us?
They're parallel of you, so they're north of you, heading in the direction you guys are coming from.
Okay.
And
So we.
So they're gonna
like
walk past
even
us, basically.
yeah, and even though they're severely injured, they are. I mean, they're booking it.
Yeah, I would suggest do not engage the Horde of Demons.
Was that your wisdom saving throw to not be a paladin?
Yes.
As soon as you growled, I was like, well, all right.
No. Is that I am a paladin, I must kill them, or better not get killed?
There's like a shitload of super wounded demons. It's like a paladin's wet dream.
Yeah, just imagine like for Kellamvor.
But
That would
dying
not
in a
have.
glorious charge would leave you dinguses without someone to soak up all the blows, and then I would feel bad, and I would be breaking my. I'm a paladin.
I mean, if there's like a never-ending stream, I would just imagine that any attack we made on them would end in our terrible, terrible deaths.
Which
But
would
Even
it
if
leave
would
they
the
be
are
rest of
about
the
to die.
land
glorious.
just completely fucked. It would be such a glorious death, but then I would be leaving so many things undone and so many innocents to be slain. So
Very wise, sir. Very wise.
As you guys sit there, you count about 100 come out, and probably 10 of them don't make it across the field before they succumb to their wounds and die, basically.
I'm gonna wait them to pass. Probably
The real question is, what were they
climb in a
fighting?
tree.
If you guys wait for them to pass, they don't look like they're searching for anything. They're just trying to get away from wherever they're coming from.
I wonder if whatever kicked their ass is what drove the villagers off.
might have been some more of those barbarians. They didn't seem terribly friendly with the demons.
No, but we were told that the menace was a different one other than the demons by them.
I don't think it would be the Emperor. I don't know that he would try to come this far.
Guess we'll have to find out.
You think it wise?
Well, wait for them to pass. We still need to go there regardless. This is a quest, so.
Is it like beeline for where we need to go, or did we have to kind of veer off our path?
I mean, they're about 100 to 150 feet, like, north of you, basically, crossing this field. So, like, you're at the southern end of this field watching them come across, I guess. And it's like parallel to you. So, like, they're marching west and you guys are marching directly east, basically, I guess. If that makes
Okay.
sense, yeah.
We
Yeah,
could see if
so-
any of those that fell are still alive and just simply can't walk anymore.
Once they're all gone, I don't see why that would be a bad idea. And their
We can double
existence.
tap. We can double tap when you're done marching away from us. And thus we wait.
Yeah. Probably 10-15 minutes after you see the first one, the last one disappears on the other side.
Very well. Let me go first, guys. I jump off the tree I so stealthily climbed just now, and I'm gonna do my best to sneak towards the closest death demon.
Okay, give me a stealth roll. Alright, and then roll a d10. Alright, you have to walk basically across this field, and then you get to one that is laying in a pool of his own acidic blood, basically.
Okay, as I sneak, I'm gonna look him over. What kind of... do I recognize this sort of demon?
It is a bearded devil. You fought them before.
And I'm gonna put my sword through its skull.
Alright. You murder it.
Beautiful. I'm gonna put my foot against it and roll it around. What kind of wounds does it show?
You can see... Let me whisper you.
Oh wow. I'm gonna take out one of those. Out. I'm gonna compare it with mine. What can I conclude?
It's of the same type, but different. Like,
Different
so you're
design, so-
comparing your bolt, like the bolts, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, they're both bolts, but one, like it's an F-150 from 2006 versus an F-150 from 2005. So there's like a slight model difference.
Alright, beautiful.
And only really you can tell this because, you know, you've been dealing with these things for the past however long.
I know my bolts.
You know your bolts.
You said that there were about 10 that fell behind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the next one.
Alright, this one is not breathing. If they breathe, it's dead. It's already dead.
Already dead. Basically gonna continue my sneak and
You
check them one by one.
You find two more that are alive. One is an ice devil and one is the other type of devil that I can't remember. But the last one you find has different wounds on it, basically.
What kind of wounds?
It looks like you hold your hand up to it, and it looks like a human-sized hand, but with like claws, basically raked it across the face.
Again. Slightly worrying. So there was a dice devil and something else.
I'm looking it up because I think this you would know because it killed you or it knocked you out.
Oh, nice.
Barbed.
Bar devil.
Yeah.
Okay, the ice devil is getting the shank because I don't trust it not to get up and kill me.
All right. Yeah, I mean it's on its last limb basically, and I mean you don't have any trouble killing it. It can't even effectively stand up and resist you. So.
Beautiful. So sword through his flesh skull. Then I go to the bar devil. I'm gonna like kneel next to it and say, "Do you speak the common tongue?"
Blood gurgles up out of its throat, and it says something in a language you don't understand.
I'm gonna say, "In celestial, do you speak the holy tongue?"
More blood.
Useless. I'm gonna like kind of raise my head and I'm gonna make like a scan to see if there's any danger from the other side of the clearing.
Perception roll. You do not see anything, no.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn around and raise a hand. Signal the party to approach me.
Let's get it on.
Alright.
As the party starts out across this field, it gets getting dark. Like, it is dark out.
I can't say I much agree with you stabbing these defenseless demons. Demons though they may be.
They're demons. They're gonna die. There's no much thinking to be had about that.
But there's no contest in it. It's just slaughter.
The only good
Yeah.
kind.
They would have died anyway.
Simply
And
speeding
demons,
up the process.
why speed on the process? Let them
Don't-
suffer.
I'd rather not risk it.
Even to our enemies, we must show slight mercies.
I didn't do it for the mercy, but I smile.
I literally just envisioned Sia, like, as she was sliding the rapier, like, into their head, just like a smirk on her face.
Yeah, and whispering request ti pace. And I'm gonna point at the bearded devil at my feet and say, "This one though, it's still alive. Any of you can speak its tongue?"
I knew picking up Infernal as one of my languages would pay off.
Nice.
Well done, sir.
Alright. Yeah, basically, so as you are walking up, then you understand it saying, like...
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Oh my god, you can hear it saying, like, it's basically cursing him, Sia, cursing her.
That's
smile
not
and
very
say-
nice.
He's saying that he likes me.
What kind of does he have any chest wounds?
Most of his wounds are centered on his head, like to his face and neck.
Ooh, that's a royal pain. He's laying on his back, I assume.
Microphone muted.
If not, I'll move
Microphone
him onto his
activated.
back.
I'm sorry.
Is the demon on his back? Or is
Yeah,
the-
he's on his side, kind of like, so blood
Alright,
can drain out
kinda-
of his mouth.
Kick him on his back. No, I should probably leave him on his. I don't want him to choke to death.
Alright.
What an ignoble end for a demon. I will kneel in front of this demon, this hell spawn, and address it in Infernal. Those aren't very nice things to say to someone who is keeping you alive.
It starts to laugh, and as it does so, blood, like, erupts out of its face and covers your boots.
As it should be, demon blood covering my armor. If you'd like to prevent more of that from happening, I suggest you start talking and answering my questions. Is that amenable to you, demon?
He chokes on some more goblets of, like, clotted blood, and once he clears it, he says, "I'm dying anyway."
I could extend the time it would take for you to die. Maybe find some wolves to make it a little bit extra more painful.
I don't think anything would eat my corpse.
Oh. Well, I guess I would have to do the honors myself then.
He just stares at you. If you're trying to intimidate him or anything, go ahead and roll an intimidation roll.
I'm really good at that.
Nice.
I
But you
have
weren't
a
that good.
+7. What is this?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage because he's dying, and even though he's talking tough, who wants to die, right?
Right?
And especially for devils, they probably don't want to go back to hell. So he looks at you and he says, "What do you want?"
Who did this? Who are you fighting?
He answers you, but I have to whisper someone.
That is curious.
He describes like a family crest to you. I can't remember what it is, so let me look at it.
That is a good question. Hold on.
Is it a red filigreed cross?
Yes.
It is. Oh, that's
How
amazing!
interesting. Well, that's not my family crest, so I have no idea. Wait,
Hold on.
I was a noble-born. Could I roll knowledge?
You can roll it, but it probably won't matter. Well, I can tell you it won't matter, because, well,
What if
go
you
ahead and roll it.
crit it?
Go ahead and roll it and see if you've picked it up somewhere.
History or insight?
That would probably be history. I think.
History, yeah.
This isn't gonna go well.
No, you don't know. You
So
would,
close.
yeah, no, you would need to credit because it's an obscure fact that you wouldn't necessarily know. But yeah, he describes this like filigreed cross to you. Or whatever Randall said. And it's red.
Oh, okay, so a red, fancy-looking cross.
Oh, sweet, thank you.
Does he just like describe the cross, or does he like say anything about like who it was? Was it, like people wearing the cross, or was it just like it was this cross?
Oh yeah. No, he's like, no, it's everyone was wearing this tabard, and he coughs up more blood. And he's wearing this tabard, and they're all wearing it, and I mean, we killed many of them and drank their souls in, but they just kept coming. And then when we broke into the crypt, the nightmares, even for me, began. I don't know even what those creatures were, to be completely honest.
And where was this? About how far away?
Day's forced march. Just follow the scent.
Very well, demon. You have earned your peace. I can end your life quickly if you'd wish.
He shakes his head no.
Be left to rot then.
He rolls on his side and coughs up a bunch of blood. And, yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Solomon and say, "Are you done?"
Yes, quite. Don't kill him, though. He's earned that much.
Went. Very well.
Leave him to die of his own wounds.
I see. What did he tell you?
He mentioned something about some red cross.
I narrow my eyes.
People wearing a tabard emblazoned with it. He said it was rather stylized.
I'm gonna put my hand in my pocket. I'm gonna put a ring on my hand, and I'm gonna show it to you. You mean this?
Is it...
That would look like what he described.
Son of a bitch.
I look at you.
There's a very heavy in-character sigh.
What did he tell you? Please.
Well, he said that there was a near limitless supply of people wearing a tabard emblazoned with that cross about a day's march from here.
I mean, I recognize the ones riddled with arrows, but this one seems to have been clawed to death in the face. That is not exactly something that we do.
Well, then there might possibly be something rather unexpected.
I need perception rolls from all of you. All of you except Aaron.
No. It's my big hat falls in front of my face. It's not my fault.
You're also quite short.
That's true, actually. Somebody's
like-
probably just standing in front of me. Or the
Would you like to
corpse
ride
is
on my
too
shoulders?
large.
Okay, as you Sia and Solomon are standing there talking, and Aaron's, I guess you're bent over the corpse, kind of poking it, because this is the first time you've ever seen a devil. You all notice that, like, you can hear bats in the distance, which is awkward, because you haven't been hearing any animal sounds. And as you look towards where the demons were coming from, all the plants and everything are like withering and dying. And the shadows they cast seem to be like they're alive almost.
Fucking vampires.
And as the night rolls in, a fog rolls out through the forest.
Oh god.
I look up and say, I suggest retreating.
I would like to use my class ability to use Divine Sense. And see if I can see any good, evil, divine, fiends, whatever, celestials, undead.
You don't sense anything. Except bats and stuff, but I don't think
It does hit undead.
you
What's,
know
uh,
undead.
What's happening?
I'm not certain, but I do believe it is time to leave, yes.
I turn around and start moving.
Right then.
And then as you guys run away, you can very clearly hear, like, fighting, I guess. And it's clear, it's loud, but it's probably due to numbers, so it's probably still a day's travel away, but you can... It sounds like there's a massive battle going on. And the night sky, where you guys were headed, lights up completely. And it sounds like repeated bombardment from a naval vessel, maybe?
Dear God. Yeah, like bits her lip and shoots bolts towards that direction.
Yeah. But, and as you guys are looking, and see it, you especially because you're running that way, you can see things descending from the sky.
I am invisible.
Yeah. Like I said, you probably have a day or so to go, but the magnitude and the numbers involved, it's very clear that there is something massive kicking off, and something like huge objects are falling from the sky and impacting the ground.
When you
And-
say huge objects, you mean like I don't know, catapult fire? Or are we talking about like creatures?
Some of it you could probably think is catapult fire from ships, or you guys won't even know this, but there's this loud repeated booming that takes place, and you have no idea what it is. And then some of it looks to have, like some of the objects look to have wings. What is the distance on your detect good and evil, Solomon?
I think it's like 60 feet.
Yeah, okay, so you don't get any of it, because it's pretty far away. Just, like, I hope you guys, like, I'm explaining this properly, but, like, the light coming from whatever's happening is kind of like illuminating these things. And some of them are streaking probably from over your head towards the battle.
What you guys see is me moving. Actually, I disappear.
Sia, give me history or some sort like insight or intellect, something like that.
I'm gonna go with history. Just.
Alright, I'm going to whisper you what you foggily remember before you left.
Right.
So you, like, as you're running towards the sound, you recall that very vividly, because you saw the testing go on.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I double my efforts. I move through the night. I do not sleep.
Anyway, Ranulph, all of you guys, you see Sia just take off.
Do we follow her?
I can't let her go alone, not with all these demons about.
Huh. Wouldn't be very gentlemanly of me. All right.
So Sia, you just run the whole time?
Which,
Or any of you?
if that happens, that means that I'm going to start falling behind.
If he
Well,
starts falling behind, I would pick him up.
I only have 20. Don't know.
Sia, give me Constitution saving throws.
You don't get +4 though, because you're not within 10 feet of me.
Damn it.
Unless you want to like stealthily be like 10 feet of me.
Alright, you don't make it very far. Like,
Oh man.
yeah. It's dark. You've been traveling all day. Yeah. The party, you know, you eventually have to give up this frantic sprint through the woods because you're trying to be stealthy and stuff. And you're doing a really good job, but it's taking its toll on you.
Yeah, I go like, fuck. I'm gonna turn around.
Party, are you guys following?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you lose sight of Sia. And Sia, when you turn around, you cannot see them.
Alright. I'm gonna light the torch at the foot of a tree. And I'm gonna climb it all the way up. And I don't think I have to make a check because I have athlete.
Yeah, you don't have, because you have the feet thing. The party, you see a light climbing a tree. Well, a torch. It's obviously a torch, and it's moving up a tree.
That seems like something Sia would do.
She does like to live inside of trees.
As you guys approach that light, the ground, you can feel like almost aftershock tremors. The ground is shaking, basically. Sia, you climb the tree.
Okay, I'm gonna try to like go above the tree line and like make balance into a thin branch above and see what the fuck's going on.
Right, you travel up, and it's still about 6 hours away from you.
Very well, I climb down.
Alright. If you guys chased after her, you probably would be getting to the tree as she's getting to the base of the plant.
Good.
I hear the clutter of my armored friends approaching. And I'm gonna say, those are my people fighting.
Okay, so I'm imagining I'm not that winded, so I'm not gonna huff and puff.
Yeah, no, whereas Sia's trying to be, like, stealthy and everything, you guys, we're just like, what the fuck? And then you, like, come barreling, knocking shit over as you run after her, crushing
I was
demons.
basically dashing while moving at half speed, so moving at normal speed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, what do you mean that those are your people?
The creature said as much, and the monsters, they bear the marks of my people's weapons, my people's tactics. And that sound, that tremor, I might have an idea of what that is.
What would that be?
When I was little, a friend of mine was working with the alchemists and gave me rumors about a new sort of weapon that was being developed that would be able to shoot great pieces of metal at great distances. I think that might be it. I'm gonna look at the direction of where the battle's going on. I need to see what's happening.
And you would go on your own, or I don't know how stealthy we can be.
Would your
I'd
people be
also-
welcoming, or would we have to expect a hostile response?
I don't know. I don't know what communications do they have with the main fleet that's cutting off the empire. We must be at the other side. So I might still get a political hold over them. I'm still noble.
I will not treat with them, not again.
Regardless, they are fighting and they are dying. I need to see what's going on.
As you guys are talking, there's a massive tremor. Or, no, sorry. I always do this. Over your heads, you hear this loud, like, shrieking swell, whistling sound. And there's a massive creature with a huge wing spread, like, falling over you from the sky, basically. And it impacts the ground where the battle will be taking place. And the little tremors you were feeling turns into this massive tremor that basically shakes all the trees around you, and you all, have trouble keeping your footing.
Your god.
What was that?
It wasn't a piece of metal, was it? It was a critter.
I have no idea what's going on.
The amount of booming that you're hearing seems to double in its rate. And there's a new, deeper pitched roar that is added to the sound.
Is that?
Damn it.
Are they firing dragon? Are dragons a thing?
Dragons are a
They're
thing.
firing
People
dragons.
know about dragons.
People know about
Yes.
dragons.
Okay. Are they firing dragons? Is that what?
I look at
I'm
you
sorry,
and I kind
what?
of tilt my head. I don't think we have dragons to shoot, no.
Are we safe where we are? Some of these seem to be awfully close.
Who makes a dragon catapult?
I really doubt that was going on. We do not keep dragons alive.
Good.
Why would you need a catapult to launch a
I
dragon?
don't know.
You're a very strange little man. And I kind of like look at you quizzically and I say, regardless, I need to get moving. I need to just turn around and start walking, like at a slower pace, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, there's probably a dragon there now. Are you sure that's very smart?
Sia ignores you and keeps walking.
Right. All right then.
Do we go with her?
I mean, if we have to fight a dragon, at least it'll make me famous.
I doubt there would be many that would remember any tales if we die.
Well, that's why I don't plan on dying.
I would just like shrug and follow Sia.
At least I always have a welcome place in the halls of the dead.
Alright, so you all start walking through the dark towards... I mean, it's not hard to miss it. It's like all of the fireworks in the world going off at once, basically.
So it is hard to miss it.
The booming sound is unlike anything you guys have heard before. This is probably a new technology that you wouldn't know anything about. Only Sia would have recollections of it. And as you get closer, you walk for about 4 hours, and the tremors get more violent, and you can start to hear like this bestial roaring, and that seems pretty far off, so like about 2 hours away. And there's still gunfire, though it's starting to peter off. Like, it's over the last 4 hours, it's gone from this horrible downpour of sound to, every couple seconds, something will fire.
I walk in somber silence without looking back. And feeling like a good pace, but without tiring myself off.
Does I need actions from everybody? You just follow, or?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out what this technology that Sia's country has to see if I think my country can do anything about it.
Into the maw of the beast.
Sia, do you describe anything more about the new weapon?
Only if they ask.
I would ask and say, what news had you heard about this? It sounds echoing for miles. How could there be such a thing if it weren't magic?
As Iago described it, they use a powder, a very strange mixture of different earths, and they stuck it inside a great metal cylinder and put a great piece of metal on the other side. Then fire would activate this powder and explode as if it were magic, sending the great piece of metal in the direction of the other end of the cylinder. At least that's what I was told by him. I've never seen them in action.
Mm-hmm.
They are supposed to be much more damaging than a catapult. New siege weapons, if you might.
If your people ever got hold of these artifacts, I don't know that anyone would be able to stop them from taking over the entirety of this world we are in.
I wouldn't know. Remember, we do not throw fireballs, so you had that going for you. We shun from all magic, remember?
I would kind of shudder at the sound of you saying fireballs and think about Raven and Raven's many misfires.
That's fucked up. But so true.
I don't think she's killed me with anything yet, so I don't know
No,
what you guys are talking
actually, out of character, like, Shadiko is so lucky with his wild magic rolls. Like, I don't think he's ever gotten anything that could TPK the party or really even
No.
hurt the party for that matter.
Not yet,
I don't-
anyway.
Not only that, we pretty much survived an encounter with was it a young or like a
A young
dragon
white
lane?
dragon.
Yeah, because he like rolled do 3d10 damage to an enemy in the wild magic.
Yeah, and you got lightning, a higher level lightning spell, and it got to cast it like 3 times or something like that, and it
Yeah, just ruined
basically
its fucking face.
one-shot the dragon, which pissed me
And
off a little bit.
and the level 5 magic missile that hit that one evil goblin captain or
Oh, yeah.
hobgoblin captain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Exploded
he
him.
exploded.
yeah, and his guts just plastered the walls, basically.
So
He's been
basically,
really
Ring of-
lucky.
Yeah, you have no
Yeah.
right to complain. Only once did she shoot you with a lightning bolt.
Friendly fire isn't friendly.
Not friendly at all.
But yeah, as you guys are walking, and you're getting pretty close, the smell, there's this new smell in the air that's wafting towards you guys, and it's gunpowder, basically, like tons of burnt gunpowder, but you guys don't know what that smell is, and that kind of seems to be choking everything else out. When everything goes silent, and the light and the horizon goes kind of dimmer, well, kind of, it dims down a lot from what it was.
Seems the battle's over.
But what side the victor?
What's the best for us?
I would say neither.
I narrow my eyes at you. Keep walking.
Alright. As you guys walk, you see what looked like it used to be a barbarian village. and there are corpses everywhere.
Oh, God.
There's a few humongous dragon corpses. There's 3 or 4 of them. Just really the biggest animal you've ever seen. Red dragon corpses.
Oh my god!
And then,
I told you. I told you they were firing dragons.
We're
Yeah.
not
Well, no,
shooting
there's
dragons.
only one of them that big, and then there's a few smaller ones.
They did.
And then you guys see this humongous devil, bigger than the pit fiends even, that you saw the Emperor fight, laying on its side with huge holes shot through its armor. And it is... You can see it breathing, but its breathing is slowly, like, winding down.
So when I see it, I kind of like hesitate, step back. I've never seen this one this big, right?
No, I mean, it dwarfs what a pit fiend would look like.
That's a big dragon.
It's actually a demon.
Right.
Or a devil, I don't know.
Yeah. And then you see your countrymen, Sia, and the rest of you see these men wearing this tabard that resembles the ring Sia showed you, in the thousands, corpses all around you, or all in front of you anyway.
Are any of them living, or are they all corpses?
They are all, from what you can see in the immediate area you're in, they are all corpses. And then as you look out, you can see, as the sun lifts up over the horizon, there is a rather large fleet, not as large as what was at Deepwater Soap, but a large fleet of ships there, where most of them look like they're sinking actively. And they all bear, their sails have the same insignia on them. There's probably 50 ships there that are just slowly sinking into the ocean and burning.
How many aren't sinking?
There's like 3 or 4 of them that seem to be moving away from the fight, with sails that are ripped up, and they seem to be riding low. Like their gunwales seem a lot lower than they should be to the water's edge, as they are sailing, directly away from the continent. And it kind of looks like the entire fleet was doing a running gun battle, where they were trying to leapfrog away from the coast.
I stand amongst my dead people, look at them, and look past them towards the ships. Just remain silent for a moment.
How many dead people are we talking? Like 1,000, 100?
There are literally thousands. I mean, it was a complement of 50 ships filled to their holds with men, like fighting men. So there's probably, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 men around you. And then there's the demons and devils and stuff like that, but not quite as many. There's probably 500 or 600 of them, and then the dragon, a younger looking dragon, and then the humongous devil that's like at the middle of the camp, basically.
So, who won?
Well, you guys are like looking at the carnage kind of like from outside the village right now, but this is like the body in the middle of the village. That's the devil's body is that big that you can see it. And the dragon obviously is that big that you could see it. And then as you're looking out over the ocean, you can see the ships kind of trying to get away.
So they're still under attack?
From what you can see, there's the occasional fire that will go off. And what you guys see when you hear the boom is Smoke seems to like jettison out from one of the sides of the ship, and then you hear this loud cracking boom and the flash of light and all that.
I gasp when I get to see it in action for the first time. I turn around. They must be still shooting at something.
And we'd best find the artifact and get out of here as quickly as possible.
Why not? So, the direct way, we approach the village.
We were told that it was in the cellar of one of the buildings of the village. Yes. Did we like have an actual like direct building
He told
identification?
you, like in the middle where Sia's court was held. He said off to the eastward side of that was a basement door that led underground to an old basement that they used to store arms and stuff in.
Oh, so we imagine the layout would be kind of similar to.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys come up on this battle, does anyone want to do anything specific, or the aftermath of this battle?
Other than approach?
Yeah, I mean, anything specific?
Say a prayer for all the departed souls.
I go directly to like the battle itself since we're looking from outside. I just start approaching the village.
Okay. As you guys are leaving the forest, start approaching the village, the forest is thinning out, and you see a small squad, Sia, of men moving through the carnage, and they look to be, some of them look pretty injured, some of them don't look injured at all. And they seem to be like doing a security sweep, basically. They're stabbing demons and stuff. They have not seen you yet. And I'd like to take a quick break here. With that.
Cool.